You know, honestly, I kind of thought they'd be bigger. Except for him. You're perfect. Don't ever change. But everything else here, like the Oshi, I thought it'd be bigger, but it's a jellyfish and therefore gross, so small is good. The Vindel in particular back there, I thought he'd be bigger. I thought he'd be like, maybe the size of my forearm or like an average catfish. The ribbonfish, they're about what I thought they would be. And this guy, what is he? I don't know. I don't remember seeing him on the website. He's not anything else that I can tell. What is he? Where am I? This isn't my hanger. But you wouldn't know that because you guys have never actually seen my hanger. Hi, I'm Jim. Those of you who have been subscribed to me for a while know me, and those of you who found me through Review 42, thank you very much. I really appreciate all the nice things you guys said, and I appreciate the constructive criticism, and one of the things that I'm doing in this video is at the very end, I intend to talk about some of the comments that I got. So, if you don't care to hear me wax eloquent about the Aurora LN over there, or see me do some more dogfighting, go ahead and skip to the end. I don't know. Just go until you see my hanger. It'll be a Selfland hanger, which is actually my favorite. Anyway, I'll see you guys there. For the rest of you, come with me. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all the positive comments. I thought that I was going to spend like 6 weeks getting footage and editing and learning all of the things I needed to learn to make the stupid video, and then it would be like 8 views. It would be me and my brother and my mother, and that because my brother made her, and like 2 guys I know on YouTube would watch it. But no, this has been very positive, and because of that, I'm definitely making more. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad that there's some interest, and that's the reason I'm doing this. I don't want to make something to just watch it for myself, because it's already in my imagination. I want to share what's in my head with other people, and you guys... Oops, I bumped my glass there. You guys let me do that. And what is this? Is it a giant Aurora? Yeah. Actually, my brother did really well in the speculative ship trading market, so he upgraded. Constellation over here, there's the Freelancer. Durr. He's got a Super Hornet down here. I love the Freelancer, though, especially the Durr. All that bare metal, and it kind of looks like Planet Express ship and Serenity had a baby, which I think was their intent, because it's, sort of like lone ship shipping. It's really cool. Got a Super Hornet, which is my second favorite fighter. Mustang Delta, which is my favorite fighter. And down here, woo! Like a glove. Oh, what happened to my hand? Oh no, that looks like that hurt. I should probably drive more carefully, huh? Yeah. Alright, get me out of here. And down here we've got the Aurora LN. Now, I was originally going to do just a talkie video for 42 review like this, but I figured out lots of people do that. Maybe I'll script it. And then when I scripted it, I thought, I may as well add some characters and make it Top Gear. And, and it just got out of hand really fast. And one of the side effects of that was that I didn't get to say everything I wanted to say. I had to keep the characters in mind. If you're doing a Top Gear thing, you have to be kind of snarky. And you just can't say everything in 15 minutes, especially with that Darth Vader guy talking. He takes forever to say anything. But, it's the nature of the beast. What I wanted to say was, I love this ship. I love the way it looks. I love the idea of the ship. I love the fact that it kind of sucks. I love everything about this ship. I mean, just look at it. It's like a heat sink with guns. And it's true, too, because if you damage these fins, everything overheats. I mean, just everything. And I love that. I even like the Dread Pirate skin that my brother put on here. I didn't think I would, because I don't usually like black ships or cars, but yeah, that looks really good, except for the stinking skull and crossbones. But with the bare metal, yeah, very nice. But, I mean, just look at this thing. Maybe I'm biased, because my first car was a station wagon, and I love it very much. It's sadly long dead. Rest in peace, tail wagon. Actually, I should be fair. My wife gave it that name, and she did not realize the possible implications of tail wagon. She was a very, very sweet girl, and still is. But man, I don't know how she didn't see that. And she told her parents that my car was called the tail wagon. Oh, sweetie. Anyway, she had no idea. I love station wagons, and this thing reminds me of that. Or maybe like a soccer mom minivan with the pass-through doors. Look at that. Look at the way this thing opens. Open. Open says me. That is what I always wanted in a space door. I mean, that's exactly what I wanted. And I picked on the bed, but climb in here with me for a minute. You will not find, for any money currently in Star Citizen, a nicer bed than this. I've got the Mustang Beta, and that comes close. And it's, you know, it gets bonuses with the lounge, but wait a second. You've got an airlock door in here. If the rest of the ship blows up, you're safe. And listen. You hear that? Hear how quiet it got? Other ships don't do that. You don't get some fabric partition to do that. Although for some reason in the LN, you have to rub your mouth every time you lay down. Maybe the mattress tastes bad. I don't know. So let's hop out of here. Yeah, I love the bed. You know, you could put missiles in there, but frankly, I'm pretty sure the LN in Aurora LN stands for the long nap you're going to take while you're flying into battle, because it really does take forever. And look at this. Look at this seat. Does it swivel? Does it move aside? No, it is affixed to the floor. Is there extra room? No, you have to press your face to the cockpit glass. I mean, fat people need not apply. I'm not that big a guy, and I don't think I could fit through there with all the gear this guy's wearing. Also, you know, wait a second. Let me turn off Arena Commander. I'm really looking forward to the arcade machine, because I get tired of shutting this off every time I want to look at a ship. There we go. Ah, there we are. Look at this glass. I know I picked on it, and it really does make it a little bit more difficult to play, but this is everything I've ever wanted in a spaceship cockpit. I mean, everything. You can't get closer to the Millennium Falcon in Star Citizen. It even has a little bit of an X-Wing feel to it. And let's be honest, everybody here who's playing this game because you loved sci-fi when you were a kid, specifically Star Wars, raise your hand. Mine's up. Anybody else? Yeah, that's what I thought. Most of us love Star Wars and we wanted to fly an X-Wing at the Millennium Falcon. And this is as close as you can get. It's got that dirty old galaxy industrial feel that the original Star Wars had. And I love it. I can't get enough. Man, this is the ship. This is the one that when I saw this, I'm like, I have to play this game. That is so amazing. I have to play this game. And it was the first ship that I bought. Admittedly, it didn't have this sweet marble countertop up here. I mean, who puts a marble countertop on top of your spaceship? I don't know. And what's with the scoop? What is it? It's a dogfighter. You don't do your dogfighting in atmosphere, especially in this game, because we can't fly through atmosphere yet. But there it is. Yep, that's your cooling system. Doing a lot of good in the void of space. Nice work. But I love it. It's awesome. The missiles are awesome. The cockpit is awesome. Everything about this is awesome. Yes, I love this ship. Which brings me to my other point. The other thing I didn't get to do is when I was flying all the ships in preparation for Review 42, I flew everything flyable except, I believe, the Van Duel fighter, because I don't have an extra $30,000 or whatever to buy it. I had to make some sacrifices, and one of them was I only did 3 rounds of the Van Duel Swarm, because when you get in something like the Mustang Omega, it took me, I think, like 28 minutes to finish 3 rounds without dying, and I had to do that 5 or 6 times. I don't have my entire life to waste trying to get those wimpy ships through there. So one of the sacrifices I made was 3 rounds. And I don't think that's fair. I want to take this thing through and see what it can do until it dies. So that's where we're going next. Off to the Van Duel Swarm. I will see you guys there. And if you don't care to watch dogfighting, skip ahead to the end. We'll read some comments. Yeah, this was going to be live commentary, but instead it's a voiceover, which I guess works out since I was going to edit it anyway. Yeah, it turns out I forgot to put on voice recording in Bandicam, and here we are. First things first, I tried out in free flight something that I learned from a fellow named Buzzkiller09. I watched him do a combat trial in the Cutlass, and he discovered that if you are in the Cutlass and you're turning, hit the thrusters and you will actually turn faster, making you more maneuverable. And I immediately thought, gosh, why don't I try that in my favorite ship, the Aurora LN, and see if it doesn't turn faster, thereby alleviating one of the problems that I have with it. Turns out, no, it doesn't. So either it's a broken thing for the Cutlass, or it's broken in the Aurora, but yeah, sadly, it did not translate. I tried it in free flight several times with my 10 revolutions test that I use to determine how quickly they can spin. Nope, didn't work. So thank you very much, Buzzkiller09. And by the way, I asked him if he would do a racing video on the Cutlass, and he did, like, immediately. And here I thought, oh, I'm going to watch him fly around the track, I'm going to smash into things, it's going to be funny. No, turns out he actually knows how to fly it. Whereas I would travel around like an idiot, smashing into things left and right. He, instead of flying it like some kind of flailing whale, flew it like a ship that can turn, which is, frankly, just amazing. Go and try it yourself while it's still free. It smashes into everything. Anyway, thank you very much, Buzzkiller09. I really appreciate that you jumped on that video, and he gave me a shout out, so you're pretty awesome. Thank you very much. Link in the description, Buzzkiller09. Moving on. First thing I wanted to talk about were the missiles. I'd read that they'd made some improvements, and by improvements, I mean fixes, because they were broken, and still are. The big problem is that they don't inherit the inertia of this ship, which actually my brother discovered is a good thing if you're flying backwards. So if you're traveling forward at 200 meters per second, they start out at 0, you fly past, they have to catch up. But if you're going backwards, they don't inherit the negative velocity, and you can fire on people. It will actually hit them faster than if they were working properly. So next time you're dogfighting, try that. It could really surprise somebody. But for now, they might be a little bit more maneuverable, but I still only hit like half the time, and that sucks. The only missiles that work are the dumbfires and the Delta, and those, by the way, are just fantastic. I love them. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the overheating problem. I gave kind of a poor showing. I only got to the 5th wave. I think it's because I got dinged early on, and I pretty much lost my guns. I just got a little nick on the fin, a little chip out of it, and all of a sudden there's no cooling. So they would overheat almost immediately, and it would take them 30 seconds or so to cool down to the point where I could shoot 5 or 6 times and maybe kill a ship. So I flew like that for like a wave and a half. It was awful. I just wanted to die. Yeah, that sucks. Which brings me to my next point. The ship is painfully slow. I said it in the video, I'm saying it again now. Man, is this thing slow. It's not a problem. I understand if I'm trying to get away and I get shot down, or if I'm trying to catch somebody and they get away, that's fine. But it just takes forever to get to the fight. Every time I saw that somebody was 5,000 meters away, I'd go, oh no. Here we are. We're in for another LN nap. Great. It does suck. I'm really hoping that, and I'm pretty sure we will, in the future be able to get a new engine and thing, get better thrusters, and get it at least up to the speed and maneuverability of the Mustang. That would really make this a much better ship. Speaking of, I was talking to my brother, Ed, or EdT1138, or Lag, or Nasty Butler, and he had a very interesting idea, which I want people to encourage him to do. He put a whole bunch of really big guns on the Aurora LN and took it out for a test, where he said he previously got to maybe level, or wave 6 or 7. With the big guns and the big shields, he got to wave 16 in the Aurora LN. That's pretty dang good. I mean, I know my showing was pretty poor, I know I could have done better, but wave 16, holy crap, that's really neat. Which gave me the idea to tell him to start a series called Pimp My Ship.
Pimp My Ship.
Yeah, Pimp My Ship, coming soon from EdT1138. Alright, that's pretty much all I have to say on the dogfighting aspect of the Aurora LN. So let's go back to the 42 Lounge and we'll talk about some comments. Okay, here we are in my personal Mustang beta. I'm thinking about calling it the Beta Max. You guys can let me know what you think of that. We're gonna have a seat here in the 42 Lounge and read a few comments on my handy dandy screen. Okay, all of the comments today are pulled from the RSI forums, and while I really appreciate all the nice stuff you guys said, I'm probably gonna focus on the criticisms, so we can address that and see what I'm gonna do moving forward. First one is from Mac. He says, "For the most part, I really enjoyed it, especially some of the comedic bits like the commercial. The Minecraft characters seriously took a ton away from it for me, however. Surely there is something better available." And I figure if one person says it, there's a bunch of people thinking it, and Yeah, of course there's something better available. I could probably hire Industrial Light and Magic to do it for me, but I don't have that kind of money. And I have, sadly, almost no skill myself. That leaves us with Minecraft characters, which frankly a lot of people like, me included. I love Minecraft, and frankly it's a pretty big influence on the development of Star Citizen according to Chris Roberts, so, you know, cut it a little slack. I realize the graphics aren't gorgeous, but it's sort of stylized, and for those of us who grew up with crappy graphics, it's very nostalgic. So, sorry, Minecraft is what I can do. Minecraft is what I'm going to keep using, although I may start adding some other things in, which brings us to our next comment. The next one is in reference to the previous, and it's posted by my brother Ed, who says, you'd think so, but he's kind of a hack, and he knows Minecraft, so that's why he used it. He was aware that it might put some people off, but the only alternative available at his or my skill level would be action figures, which I'm totally in favor of, winky smiley face. And Ed was immediately followed by Captain Lawrence Prince, aka Dick Dastardly, who says, yeah, I like that, it's funny, yes, go with action figures. Which is short and sweet, I appreciate that. Action figures, action figures, action figures. Yes, action figures are neat, but there's 2 to 12 problems with action figures. The first one is that I actually have almost none. I was not an action figure kid, partly because anytime I got an action figure or a transformer, it was immediately broken, stolen, lost, or in one tragic case, for my brother, melted in an oven with the rest of his Ewok village. So, action figures did not survive in our house. I have almost none. The second problem with that is that the time it would take to do it well, I mean, even as well as I've got the Minecraft characters moving, is prohibitive. I don't have the equipment either. I have a crappy old camera, and, funds are limited. I don't have the money to get a decent camera. I don't have the space to set up the kind of area I would need to do some good green screen work. With Minecraft, I have as many models as I can paint. I have an instant green screen through custom textures. I can record from any angle in 720p for as long as I want. I don't need any space because it's all on my computers. It just makes sense. That being said, I've had some good ideas, and Ed's been pushing me to use action figures in some way, shape, or form. You will see something other than Minecraft for people who really just cannot stand looking at that garbage. Now, mind you, I don't think it's garbage. I think Minecraft is one of the best video games ever made. But, that's coming from somebody who really likes the creative side of video gaming, and I understand if you're a first-person shooter or a space sim lover, Minecraft is really crappy. It's like a Swiss Army knife. So, you get a Swiss Army knife, you've got a whole bunch of stuff you can do with it, but it doesn't do anything particularly well. That's Minecraft. I'm a huge fan of Swiss Army knives. Maybe you'd rather carry on 25 different tools, or your only tool in life is a really good hammer. Either way, that's where we are with Minecraft and action figures, and me producing this in a different way than I currently am. It's just probably not going to happen on a large scale. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and, enjoy yourselves. Go out, get a pizza, have a good time. I don't know. See you later.